This is a Civic Type R. It's yellow. It's Phoenix yellow to be exact. This is a limited edition model. All of them are this color. And if you know anything about Go Gear Racing, we love our Civics and we really like our yellow Civics. And this one is really nice. So this started life as a Civic Type R, but the special edition, the limited edition, makes it a little bit more special. There are only 600 of these made in the world, in the US, about 1,300 in the world. And what makes them special are the BBS wheels, lighter weight, you lose about 50 pounds. The rear wiper has been deleted, the cargo cover has been deleted, the wheels are lighter, and some suspension tuning has happened to make it about 2 seconds quicker around the Nürburgring. And it's also, this car also holds the world record for a front-wheel drive car around Suzuka. So it's a really fast car. It's so nice. Let's look to see what's under the hood. Under the hood of the Civic Type R is the K20C1, 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, putting out 306 horsepower. It's mated to a 6-speed gearbox. The ratios are so perfectly matched in this gearbox. We just came back from driving around some of these twisty roads, and this thing is just made for this. It's perfect. The shift linkage is so fantastic, and the limited slip differential really puts the power down to the ground amazingly well. Honda's also, it's been known that they played with the geometry of the front suspension to make sure there's no torque steer, and it steers amazingly well. This particular car, the limited edition, also has been retuned a little bit for better grip, and that's because of these things. This is part of what makes the magic happen. The Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, 245, 30, 20 all around. The engineers have made sure that they've worked with the Michelin engineers to tune the suspension for these tires. Usually when that happens, really good things happen, and the car sticks so well and is so predictable because of their work tuning the shocks, the springs, and the tires all together to make one cohesive package. The BBS forged wheels are awesome for more unsprung weight, less unsprung weight. And of course you have the Brembo, big giant Brembo with 2-piece rotors that help in stopping. We just spent some time here carving some canyon roads back here, and the tires never even worked hard, so you could never even hear them squeal, and the brakes were fantastic. They got hot, but you can tell the pedal was still rock hard, and the transmission and the steering work perfectly, so this thing just eats these corners up. And there's not much that can touch it on these tight roads. Yes, if you had a 600 horsepower Lamborghini or a McLaren or something, you could probably go faster if you had longer straightaways. But as long as you have tight, twisty roads, nothing can touch this thing, and nothing can touch the smile on your face as you're doing it. And of course, it's a Civic, so it's practical. You can take it to Home Depot, you can take it to Costco, you can do whatever you want. And if it wasn't bright yellow, nobody would know that what's so special about this thing. So love it. So let's get behind the wheel and drive it some more. Driving the Civic Type R, number 16. These seats are incredible how nice they hold you. You feel totally at one. Could be a little bit louder. I would prefer it to be a little bit louder. Put us in R mode. Doesn't seem to change much. Okay, let's go see what it's like. Some axle hop when you floor it. Would it be nice to put some 275s in the front of this thing? See if it gets more grip, but I'm sure some engineers have thought of that before. So driving a Civic Type R, this thing is amazing. It's so tight, the chassis feels so stiff. It's extremely well connected to the road. There's a beautiful corner coming up here. It's on the stiff side suspension, but it feels awesome. Nothing artificial for a car in 2021. You don't find something like this. Most cars today are so artificial. Everything is variable ratio this and steering by wire or whatever, all kinds of crazy stuff. But this, you feel like one with the road. And the 6-speed manual is awesome. The shift linkage is so tight, you never miss a shift. The engine is amazing, like 40 miles an hour, you floor it, and it's got plenty of power to go. And the only problem I have is with the gauges, where there's not enough contrast and there's too much going on here. So if you're trying to drive fast and look at your gauges, it's a little hard to see where you're at, especially the boost gauge, fuel and temp gauges a little bit. But other than that, those are small problems. Other than that, the seats are incredible. One of the best seats. All of this suede pulls you in really well. So yeah, it's can't ask for more than that. It's easily one of the best performance cars of the year at any price.
Now let's show you the lap, the world record for a front-wheel drive car at Suzuka that Honda accomplished not too long ago.